genius of rock and roll.
Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris Mallard. Thank you for joining me today. My co-host Ryan is here with me doing awesome stuff in the background. She's got awesome hair. She's just showing off all the hair that she's got because she's mean. Yeah, we got some interesting stuff today. I have an interesting question. Is Jesus, or was Jesus, could Jesus have been, given, if we give him the benefit of the doubt that he actually existed, could he have actually been an alien? If you're into that sort of thing. That's the topic of the day. So we'll visit about that. We've got some other things. Good morning, everyone who's here. I hope you're all having a great day. We'll see you in a few minutes, and we'll do some stuff. Next up in the Bark Bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Flanagan, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable. But every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt. No more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With Holy Halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside to increase her shame, as it should be, but soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the Savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father, we're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% worse for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second. Our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the Fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your poetry.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, your hiney. Would there be anything else?
You may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes: conservative, medium, and liberal. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us this morning. I thought I'd hit you with the holy halos right off the bat. We've got there is Ryan. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm razzle-tazzling this morning.
Staying out of trouble. You know,
Yeah.
if it's my green screen one of these
That's a little
days,
too
I'm a
far.
slacker. Yeah, you wouldn't say that, huh? Good morning, Jesus Unfollower. Thank you for joining us. Ruh-roh. Where'd she go?
Try to turn my light up a little bit.
Oh. Yeah, you know, I've been messing with my system too, so it's you can see how like my light is fluctuating. It's getting light and you just keep an eye on me. You'll see I get brighter and darker. I don't know what the hell's doing it. I just started doing it this morning just before the show.
That's strange.
It is strange. It is strange. Anyway, so how was your Monday?
I'd say it was a Monday, like the beginning of the work week kind of day.
Got you. Gotcha.
What about you? Was it a Monday? Was your Monday Mondaying?
Well, I went and got a new video card for my computer and I came home and I put it in.
You said. So how's that working?
Well, it's working out pretty good. Like, I don't know. I got to be honest. I think the project files for some of my stuff got corrupted because I was trying to make it work under the old video card. I don't know. But like I'll open the project for if I want to go back and work on that. The one you and I did, what's it called? The postmortem one. If I open it up and I click anywhere on the timeline, it'll freeze for quite a while. You know, it won't stay locked up or anything, but it'll, before it actually moves, like it takes it forever. And then if I click any of the rows along the top, like file, edit, whatever, it'll have this little drop down and it'll lock up. The whole thing is not responding and it'll just die. So I think I screwed up my files. I reinstalled and blessed it and prayed. It's just been a nightmare.
Ew, I hate that.
Yeah, but I got everything I need. I just got to get her all my rows in a duck. That poor duck.
That poor duck. Especially when you're excited about something. You know, like you just get so excited to like you get a new game or something, then you find out you've got to download like a file that's going to take 2 days just to be able to play the damn game or something. Like, technology.
I've been there before. I really have. I've done that. Yes. Yeah. So that's been my day. And then, I thought, well, I want to make my videos. Part of the deal is I want to make my videos better. My green screen's better and all that. They're not,
Oh, I just saw it do it.
Yeah. I don't know what. There's no lights. There's no
like nothing's changing. So what the hell?
Nothing's changing. Yeah, it's just I don't know what's doing it. The settings in the camera. I went through all the settings. Guys, you're not having a stroke today, people. I'm just the light is upon me. The light of the Lord fills me every now and then. Beware the tech rabbit hole. Good morning, Michael Wolf. Thank you for that. Yes. On point, man. So what do you think? Do you believe in aliens, Ryan? Let me ask, what are your thoughts on aliens? To what degrees?
I'm a alien.
You're a alien. Okay.
Like
gotcha.
I'm without knowledge of an alien.
Okay. You're agnostic when it
like
comes
atheist,
to
I'm a
Okay. So you're agnostic when it comes to aliens. So you're without knowledge. You don't know. Nobody's ever proven. How do you believe they're out there somewhere, possibly, or no?
I feel as though with the infinite amount of galaxies that there are out there and stars and planets, I feel like there would have to be other life forms.
Almost
either,
certainly,
either similar to ours or just completely strange to what we're accustomed to.
Yeah. But are they coming all this way to rip the lips and assholes off cows and probe rednecks' butts?
Not if they're intelligent life. If they're intelligent enough to get here, I feel as though they would have been intelligent enough to do research. Like no one just goes to somebody's house in a different country without knowing that person, right? You wouldn't just go to a stranger's door, knock them like, hey, can I come in for some cake and tea and crumpets and shit?
Right.
You'd want to do some research so you know what you're getting yourself into.
Very true.
I'm just saying, seems a little weird. You just come knocking on America. Sorry, not America, but the world, Earth's doorstep. It's not just all about America.
America.
Yeah.
I did that right there. Sorry about that, guys. Yes. I know, right? So that's kind of my thinking too. You know, there's a lot. It's there. Part of the deal about, I just have a hard time buying that they'd come all this way to do the stupid shit that our conspiracy theorists claim they do.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Technically, I don't know. It's a tough call. Now, the point of the show, the question of the show is, was Jesus possibly an extraterrestrial? Now, here's the thing we got to think of. All God and all the host of heaven are aliens. We got to give them that, right? Because they were all there before Earth. And if you don't come from Earth, then you are technically an extraterrestrial. That's the definition of the word. So God is an ET. His finger probably doesn't light up unless you really blown his ear. Oh no, the younger audience is not getting that one.
Damn it.
I know.
Learn your history, kids.
Yeah. So there's also things like, let me catch up with our chat. Grumpy Librarian, there being other life forms out there is virtually a given. #truth, I feel. But people vastly underestimate how long it takes to travel, even between neighboring stars. Might take over 100,000 years at our best speeds. True. Take a long time. Now, here's the thing. There is this theory. What's it called?
Fuck John Hudson. ET in my case means extra testicles.
It really does, doesn't it?
John, I love you. Oh, you silly goose.
Listen, the Fermi paradox, that's what it's called. All right, so the Fermi paradox is essentially this. You've got this many planets, this many stars in our galaxy, this many planets to every star, roughly. This many habitable planets, roughly, we should have in our galaxy. This is, you take a number and you come up with that. And then you take, how long would it take for one of those, life forms, if it were to be there, to spread out across the galaxy? If, like us, at our top speed, at our best speeds. And the notion is, where are they? At this point, we're 4 billion years into our solar system, our solar system with our sun and our planets. Where are the other, there could have been other,
right.
There's other stars that have come and gone and all this other, where are all these aliens that should have certainly have been here and be expanding? Where are they? Why don't we see any sign of them? And technically, at the amount of time they've had, any one of us should be able to completely colonize the entire galaxy. And yet, we don't see them. See, and that's these are all numbers I kind of find hard to believe. But still,
technology's a bitch, Maybe they're pre-warp colonies. They're pre-warp civilization.
Oh, the Drake equation. I'm sorry, the Drake equation. Thank you for that, guys. The Drake equation.
Oh.
That's what that is. The Drake equation tells you how many, the odds, there should be something. Man, it's been a long time since I did this stuff. Cool. Anyway, the Fermi paradox is about why don't we see alien life? It should be here. Why is it here? Why isn't it here? Where are you, bitches? Maybe we are the bitches.
Yeah, possibly they're waiting for us. They're like, why hasn't anybody else come here? Must not exist.
And then you've got like the dark forest type. I don't buy that one either. I don't think that's very good.
Never done heard it.
Oh, it's essentially that if there's a species out there that's advanced enough to detect us, they're going to destroy us instantly as soon as they find us. No matter what, they're going to destroy us. All of us, wipe us out, no matter what. Because that's the game. So they stay ultra quiet, so no one can find them. See, so if they stay ultra quiet so nobody can find them, we're not going to see them, and then of course, anytime they see some other civilization pop up, a sentient species pop up, boom, they destroy them instantly. The reason why is because if they let us evolve enough, we'll destroy them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I kind of get that reasoning, but that's bad. That's bad reasoning. That's bad. That's not very good. I don't think that's very good.
I
don't think that's a
either.
good explanation for why the universe, why we don't find things in the universe that we think we should find, creatures in the universe. And, you know, this notion of, well, really, technically, there should be a whole bunch of different kinds of one, a whole variety, right? I mean, so are there hostile species out there? Statistically, yes. Are there friendly species out there? Statistically, yes. The question is, which one are we close to? Which ones are in our neighborhood? You know, knowing our luck, we're going to get the douchebag assholes of the galaxy. That's just how it is, you know.
We got the Romulans before they joined the Federation.
That's right. Damn it, damn Romulans. Rational Poet Jackie says, in the universe is expanding faster than the speed of light, so intergalactic travel is impossible. Well, I don't know about that necessarily. Intergalactic travel, I mean, yeah, we're a long ways away from that even still. Whenever they're talking about it's expanding faster than the speed of light, it is, but over time, you have to be really far away from us before it's expanding faster than the speed of light. I don't know, it's kind of complicated, but it is. It's just not near us. But it is near us, you know. I don't know. It's complicated.
I'm not a scientist.
You know, the whole extragalactic travel is like, why? I mean, we got so much to do right here in our own galaxy,
right?
Yeah,
we don't even know what the hell is happening in our oceans, bruh. We can't even stop the coral reefs from dying, which is going to wipe us the fuck out if we don't fix that.
Yeah. Left-handed Jedi. Good morning, left-handed Jedi. Says extragalactic would be unlikely. Very true. Bill Castle says, Bill, good morning, Bill. Douchebag assholes, a planet full of MAGAs. Yes. Yes. I think we have that here. Just once they finish wiping the rest of us out.
This is hell.
Yes, this is hell.
This is that hell.
The universe is huge, bigger than even what Fermi imagined. Yeah, probably so. I think, yeah, probably so. But really, technically, the universe doesn't matter. It's our own galaxy that really is what it boils down to in these cases. So either way, though, the dilithium crystals can't maintain warp speed, Captain. That's because you have to narrow the confinement beam every time. Always got to narrow the confinement beam. Rational Poet Jackie says it takes 100,000 years for a photon to cross the galaxy at the speed of light. That's true. It also takes 100,000 years for a photon to leave from the center of the sun to get out of the sun itself. That's what I've heard, anyway. You know, wacky scientists. I don't buy it. And then that poor little light flies all this way and it doesn't even hit the earth. It gets stopped by you.
It's like, crazy when you think of like how many stars out there we're still seeing their light, but they could just be gone. Blows my mind.
Entire galaxies, you know, now whenever with that James Webb telescope, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, that picture, I'm sure we all saw, of just all the different galaxy. I was like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. But honestly, you guys, we're special, and we're the chosen galaxy with the chosen planet with the chosen star.
Hashtag
that
truth.
God chose people to propagate on this planet. You know what I'm saying?
Preach. Because Jesus.
Won't he do it?
Because Jesus. Stardust Lilith is true. What's true? Something is true. I said something's true. 100,000 years. Yes.
I know.
Takes 100,000 years for Mega to find a clue. That's a good point. Rational, I gotta say, Aaron Ray was I love me some Aaron Ray, Rational Poet Jackie on Buck Rogers. Goodness gracious. You don't remember Buck Rogers back in the day? Aaron Gray was, I don't remember the character name. Goodness gracious, she was fantastic. It was the outfits they wore back then. Anyway,
Oh,
on
okay.
point, man. Yeah, so there's all those kinds of things. Well, so we do. I don't know. There's a lot of Wilma Deering. I was thinking Wanda for some reason. Wilma Deering. Thank you, Secular Dave. Simply Secular Dave. Thank you for joining us. The Shaken Fist says, have you seen how many planets there are? Assuming what or how they will do anything is insane. I know. And if we ever discover a method of traveling faster than the speed of light, or let me, I guess I need to be more specific about that. If we ever find a way to go from one point to another point faster than the speed of light, then that would open up the ability where is everybody? Where the hell are they?
Yeah, that would
If it's
change
possible.
things. That would absolutely change some things,
Right.
relatively speaking, but
Right. And here's a good point. Brent A says, have you seen how long it took complex life to evolve? Very good point. My understanding is like 3.5 billion years old is the oldest life we found, our oldest evidence for life we found on this earth. 3.5-ish billion years. That's a long time. And it's been only like the last 750,000 years or so since complex life forms have been growing. And then once things got to a certain point, there was this big explosion of creatures everywhere. But before that, it took a very, very, very long time. But complex life, only 0.5 billion years, sounds like a far. Yeah, I mean, but once complex life got here, it was everywhere. And then, of course, we had these mass extinctions and everything. So some evidence as far back as 4.1 billion years, but only a little over 500 million years. So that's a long, long time for nothing but single-celled organisms to grow and to be the only things on the planet. That's a long time.
it is a long time.
But the Shaken Fist says, we think we can't go FTL. There's much physics that we don't know yet. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. That's why I kind of tried to re-specify. It's not that you necessarily have to go faster than the speed of light through space, but you could go from point A to point B faster than traveling through space. It's you know how it is. I'm weird. I know science stuff. I think I know science stuff.
Need to open a gateway.
There you go. Start at the little sponge.
A conduit, like the Borg do.
A conduit, whether it's, the part of the thing, they've got the Alcubierre drive, which is, it warps space-time. You don't travel really through space-time. If you were an outside observer, it would appear as though you were. But what it does is it pulls space-time towards you and pushes it behind you. It's kind of weird, and it's but these things there are a lot of wormholes. I think wormholes is really the best way to go. Wormholes are fantastic. Like Stargate would be the best way, I think. If I were me, that's what I would think. Tonk says, there are a lot of Fermi paradox answers. No, I think there possibly could be over time. I don't know. There's a lot to it, obviously. I don't want to sit here and just be some guy who goes, oh, Fermi paradox is nothing, without really knowing. I know I can spell it. I know
There's so many terms and fallacies, and I've never explored myself.
Let's see how close I was. The definition. The Fermi paradox is the apparent contradiction between the high probability that extraterrestrial civilizations exist, given the vastness of the universe, and the lack of any evidence for them. Okay, so we got that. Then we also have the Drake equation. So that's the Fermi paradox. Where the hell are they if we don't? Then the Drake equation. There we go. Drake equation. Is a probabilistic formula designed to estimate the number of active communicative extraterrestrial civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy. It does this, blah, 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 blah. So I wonder how many does it say there should be? What does it tell us? It says. So according to this random answer on the internet from Wikipedia, the Drake states that given the uncertainties, the original meeting can lots of things between 1,000 and 100 million planets. Well, that's a big fucking gap right there. I mean, Jesus, I could have
Right?
done that.
It's between 1 and 100 million.
Right. I mean, you could have done better. Like, pick a number, pick a card, any card you'd have done.
And you'd have got a better answer.
I could have said that. Between 1 and 100 million planets with civilizations in the universe or in our galaxy, just our galaxy, 100,000, 100 million planets with. So where are they? So that the Drake equation says there should be here. The Fermi paradox says, well, where the hell are they? Why aren't they here?
Okay.
Bitches.
Where you at?
That's right. Where you at, bitches?
Why you hiding?
So,
Don't you like Trump?
Yeah.
You aliens have something against Trump? You think you're so special?
Right. Yep. They drive by our planet and lock their doors.
Oh, your alien president is so much better than ours.
Tonk says space is just too big. Technology has its limits. Life is too hard to achieve on a planet that you could find them. And then there's the other thing. There's also the other, what do they call it? The Great Filter. Have you heard of the Great Filter?
Nope.
Okay. The Great Filter is essentially the notion, and I'll espouse what I think it is before we look it up again. It's essentially the notion that there is something that prevents life from attaining a certain level at somewhere along the way, whether it's microbiotic life or really small microbiologic. What the hell am I trying to say? Somewhere along the chain, life can't get past this point. I don't really think that's a good example because we're already past that point. But there's this notion that, before space colonization is possible, but somewhere along the way in the Great Filter, almost every species will unalive themselves. They will go extinct somehow in one way or another.
Is that almost like every empire falls? Not obviously the same periods, but for maybe similar reasons.
It would be sort of like, didn't I say the Great Filter? What did I say?
I think you did say the Great Filter, yeah.
I thought I did say the Great Filter. It could be sort of like saying the Great Filter is what keeps Romans from discovering electricity. But we're just doing hypotheticals here. On every planet throughout the universe, or the galaxy, they can always get to the Roman level, but there's something happens that stops them before they get to the point of developing electricity.
I see.
That's there's something. That's the Great Filter. We don't know what it is. I'm just using that as an example. People don't go off on me, okay? I'm just using that example. So somewhere between where we are and fully colonizing the galaxy, there's a Great Filter that stops people, kind of thing.
We kill ourselves off. Maybe we'll destroy our planet.
Microscopic life.
In an effort to discover other life, we're going to take our own.
Yes. Great. They thought I said Gray Filter. It's the Great Filter, like the Great Council. It's not Babylon. No, the Great Filter. I got that accent. You can blame it on the accent. Let's see here. The Shaking Fist. What if Star Trek was more correct? And they leave you alone until you find them. I don't know. Let's see. Space being very deadly tends to have containing effects on biological life. That's true. But part of the deal is on any planet or the biological life has its limits. You have to, I don't know. Depends on your perspective, I guess. My thinking is eventually you have to get out of the solar system in order to protect your species, in order to continue. Eventually this star will go supernova and, there's even those things alone. But just the saving your civilization from natural disasters, a solar flare, any of those things you have to, that's just nutsy talking,
Nutsy talking.
Rational Poet Jackie says, I hate this, but I think it's more likely we'll kill ourselves off as a species before we colonize Mars. Probably likely.
That's what I'm thinking, Jackie.
That's sad. I was really hoping for a nice little Star Trek future, but
Yeah, same. If
Douchebags.
we worked together and took our technological advances and used them for the betterment of humankind, I think that's absolutely possible. But we're always working against each other in a capitalist society.
Yep. And our government is, I mean, we've all the research. I so wish we could just separate ourselves, you know? Because you can't force other people to think the way you think, but to call it, we should be the ones, the educated science peoples, the ones who embrace science and all these things, cooperation, you know, we should be the ones who go away and let these people have the earth, because, you know, you can't get rid of them because that's just bad. The Borg are coming. If only I would be out in the yard waving at them. Take me, Borg people, take me.
Come get me.
Let's see.
Oh, speaking of which, last night we finished Picard.
Oh, Picard.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually got through Discovery.
Yep.
You guys are just chewing through just things.
Yeah, I know.
Did you watch Section 31, the movie?
No, we haven't watched any movies.
So you finished Picard. What did you think of Picard?
I did enjoy it.
Okay, good.
I love the fact that like the whole crew was back together.
Yeah.
And I think the ending was good. I enjoyed it.
Me too. I did too. There was a lot of things about it I enjoyed. Of course, the graphics are always beautiful. There were
great with the graphics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There were a couple things I didn't like. One of the things I want to mention that I didn't care for was in the third season, the last season, when Picard and Riker have taken the Titan and they're going, or whatever they're doing, they're going to fight the what is it? The changelings that are no longer changelings. They're going to fight them. Whenever they're in the cloud and they're fighting each other, Picard and Riker are fighting each other instead of working together to get out of their situation. I don't like that. There was already enough going on. They didn't need to be at each other's throats. That disappointed. I didn't care.
It did seem a little extra because it was kind of unlike them. I mean, I know they've had their own opinions, but for the most part, I think Riker always stood by Picard's decision. And I don't know, maybe he expected Picard to do the same for him.
Yeah. And then the only other, all right, so there's that. That's one thing. Thing number one. Thing number two is that in season 2, I really enjoyed season 2. The chick singing, being controlled by the Borg Queen. The Borg Queen actress, she passed away, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
The doctor.
The doctor lady, yeah. The doctor. No. She's alive. She's alive.
The blonde lady. She's alive.
The Borg Queen who was acting in that same scene with her. That actress is dead.
Oh, the actual like original.
Yes.
Oh, I was wondering why like they didn't bring her back.
Yeah. So there was that she passed away. But we went through that whole season in order. I mean, the entire season was all built around getting her and the Borg and the past and back into the future and all that together so they can get the Borg and the Federation ships all in one place so they can all go here, all turn on their shields together at the same frequency and block this mysterious beam of energy that came out of nowhere. That's just a beam of energy like this. It's going straight. And somehow that beam of energy was going to destroy all the civilizations in the galaxy. I don't know how. And they managed to do it. They stopped that beam of energy. And that was it. We never hear nothing about it again at all. You don't talk about it at all in season 3. Nothing.
Yeah.
Now, the only other problem I have, because, you know, I love me some Picard. I love me some Patrick Stewart, all this business. Mm-hmm. But in the first season, they needed an android daughter for Data to tell the story.
Oh, yeah. Homegirl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Homegirl. And instead of going back to The Next Generation and bringing Lal, not the actress, obviously they could have updated. They could even use the same actress that they used because she was similar enough. Well, do you remember Lal, the daughter that Data actually did create? He did create a daughter. And so they went ahead and did these Data daughter things like they were twins, and they just completely ignored all that. And I thought that was unfortunate. But the entire season was Battlestar Picard. in Battlestar Galactica, the entire premise is you've got these androids. Now there's flesh kind of models that look like humans. There's robots and androids, and they are trying to destroy the humans, because if they don't destroy the humans are going to destroy them. And the humans are like, well, we got to destroy the android robots things, because if we don't destroy them, they're going to destroy us. And that's the whole premise of this first season. The androids that rebelled on Mars and all that stuff. Now you've got these living androids out there who are sentient, and they're going to contact these ancient androids or ancient robots who are going to kill all the humans. So the humans have to kill all the androids, but they can't tell who's who, because some of them look like human. I mean, it's Battlestar Picard.
Yeah. And it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Because the androids would have never known that there was another sentient life who wanted to save them, had it not been for people trying to attack and get rid of all the sentient, the
AI critters.
Hello. Thank you. Right.
And then there's this notion, we're going to put together this magic thing that these ancient aliens, who are ancient android robot creatures who millions of years ago left our solar system into another dimension or whatever the hell. And they've left instructions for us to open a door so they can come back whenever new androids have evolved. And so the new androids start to open this door. The creatures see the doors open. They actually start to come through. And then Picard and the heroes shut down the door. They close the door. They save the day and everything. And like the aliens are all like, oh, shit. Well, I guess that didn't work. And they go on about their life. You know, these bitches, I guess they couldn't open that door again. They're like, hey, you know, bitches, you close the door. We have the technology to open the door.
Yeah.
I don't see why they didn't just come on through. Anyway, those were the things. But not, as you can see, not nearly as difficult for me, at least, as Discovery became. First part of Discovery was great. First season, Vogue was great, but
it got long in the teeth. And I think that was part of what like me and Hope enjoyed, because we looked at each other a couple times and we were just like, at least there's not a Michael monologue.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
As much as I love her, it was just every 10 minutes in the middle of something incredibly crazy happening, and they're like, we only have 3 minutes before the star hits the earth, and then they have a little conversation in the cut, and they're talking about their past. And Michael, can we focus, sweetheart, please?
On point, man.
Yes.
You know, one of the other things that got me about Discovery was that, you know, like you're like, this thing is going to happen. It's going to destroy the ship, and you've got to do the thing. And they're like, okay. And they're walking down the hall, you know, that kind of thing.
Yes, like,
that's
run.
One thing. Yeah, run, don't walk, man. That's one thing. But in Discovery, it was like, it's not the ship. It's not the ship. It's not this solar system. It's not this galaxy. It's not this universe. It's all life in this universe, and all the universe is connected to it, everything. If you don't run down that hall and do what you got to do. And she's going to go, okay, and this is how I feel about it. And then there was, you know, and then of course she's got to make the face. Somewhere she's got to make the face. I mean,
life as we know it.
They stick the camera in your face and they're like, go girl, go, make that face.
Slow zoom in. We have 1 minute.
Daisies.
But I have to tell you something. I have a secret.
Yeah. I need to go see if my dad is available so he can zoom in.
Zip in with my dad on a secure channel.
Yeah. My mommy and daddy are going to come here, and they're going to warp in, and they're going to talk me through. They're going to give me confidence, tell me I'm a strong girl and I can do it.
I would literally be in my chair like, just go.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that one time whenever Spock and Michael Burnham were out there, and there's this big, huge battle going on.
Oh yeah, they're like, he's in the ship, and she's outside trying to figure out like the signals, like, oh, all the signals have been found, so why is it not fixed?
Yeah. And they're having a moment. They're like blah 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 blah, and you can see the background. All
right, people are dying.
People are dying.
Fucking hell, planet's endangered. Like what the hell?
that always gets me. Like whenever you think about it, watching what is it? The movie Star Trek, the first one with Picard, where they go back in time and follow the Borg, right?
Okay.
Back in time. There's this big cube and it's heading towards Earth. And all the ships are there and they're battling and they're fighting it. And Picard comes up and it comes up and he tells everybody, aim for this spot. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they say, that's kind of silly. Why should they do that? He says, just trust me, Data. And so Data tells everybody, all the other ships, to aim for this spot. And Data goes, ready, Captain. And he looks and he thinks, and you see the ships flying. This ship gets destroyed. And and he goes, I'm like, damn, that was 30 seconds. The bitch is dying. Everybody was ready.
Like, what is happening with all these pauses? Oh, and when Data, at the end, when Data was going to fly them into the Borg ship to get to the beacon and destroy the beacon, and Data's like, they're like, it would take a computing power that the likes we've never created before. Meanwhile, like, hello, we've already realized that Data has that capacity now because he's like in a synth body and all these other sentient beings or whatever the hell inside of his brain. He can do those calculations now. And as he stands there and says to Geordi, let me do it, Geordi's like, no, Data, you can't have this, Data. What the frick? Like, hello, that's he right. is the computer of the century. Give the man the keys to the ship.
Don't argue. Ashmit Man. Good morning, Ashmit Man says, I'm new to this channel. So am I, man. I'm traumatized.
I'm sorry.
Just as traumatized as you are. Yeah, so there's a lot of that goes on that kind of really gets me. Let me check our poll real quick and see how it's doing. The people have been answering. Let's see. Was Jesus, this is our poll question of the day, was Jesus an alien? Given the benefit of the doubt that he existed, we're just going to say, okay, fine, he existed and all that. Is it possible he could have been an alien and or extraterrestrial individual? We're going to guess. So far, we've got some votes in. What time is it? Oh, yeah, good. Let me do this thing. Yes, Bob Weep Grana Weep Ninibon is coming in fourth. Yes, Klaatu Barada Nikto is coming in third. It's actually second, tied with yes, the first Vogon poet. And then leading with 22 votes of 68% of 22 votes, leading no, he was not an alien. He was a leprechaun, of course. And so
a leprechaun?
Yeah, a leprechaun. Apparently,
was he green?
Maybe.
Are we green?
Are we green? Super green.
My background ain't freaking green today, but okay.
No, actually, I think we kind of fixed it up between you adding some light and me doing some tweaking. I blessed it, prayed over it. Let's take a little break. Whenever we come back, where we'll do if you have one, we'll do you have a theocracy. Watch for here in a little bit. Awesome sauce. No rush. Here we go. Let's do this other new one. Back in a minute, guys.
Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love.
I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl Sagan, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No!
Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved.
Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I could see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
And see, I was actually going to replace that there at the end with me bowing. I was going to record that again and fix that. And I was going to put the big words at the bottom, and all that business.
Yeah.
Now when I open the project, it crashes. That's the one, yeah?
That's the new card. Something, so you got to figure that out. Okay, it's just the old, so you've got to get the new card all situated so you can get back to editing.
Yeah, no, it's one of the deals. I think the project is corrupt. So even with the new card, it won't open, it won't work right. Yeah, something I did while trying to get it to work right under the old card broke it.
Bro, I'm so sorry. That's the worst.
Yeah, well, it's just that, what that means is it is what it is. Of course, that video, I can't change it, without blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I can, however, make a new one. Everything seems to be working right. And I just got to write up a new thing and start recording and make a new test and get it all going again.
There we go.
I am ready. Shaking Vis says, could just cut the video out and add some new stuff in. I'm not sure. I don't get that. I don't understand. Cut some news. It takes extreme measures to overpower my curls. Yeah, they're really enjoying your hair. As usual, they're always enjoying your hair. Your hair's fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
The aliens had been here already and found Homo sapiens infesting the planet and concluded that there was no intelligent life on this planet.
They saw Trump and ran.
They did, yeah. Have you seen that meme? There's this meme. It shows like it's obviously 1947 or something. It's a cartoon, and it's got these two like cops. I guess they're military. They're military guys, and they're dragging away this little green alien. And the green alien's going, no, it's getting away. And in the side, you see there's little Trump running away. And apparently, from the story, the alien was chasing Trump, and they stopped it, and it got away. And this is what we got.
Thanks a lot, police. ICE.
Yep. So there's that. That's a good meme. I dig it. Let's see. I'm just Strange Brew just coming to mind. Carrying. Trina, is that the first time you saw our new commercial?
Oh yeah, Trina's here. We haven't seen Trina.
Yeah, Trina
in a
showed
while.
up.
Trina,
Off there.
where you been?
Pum. Let me just do this. See what we got going on. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Damn it, Jim. Oh, there it is.
Y says if they ever do a Star Trek remake that you and I have to be the main characters. Let's do it.
I dig it. We just have to, what we all do is just do our own.
I want to be 8 of 9.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's a great idea. I want to see the outfit. Can you see the image on the screen?
Yes, I can. Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's it.
Oh shit. little chunky Trump.
Mm-hmm. P. Burns, thank you for that. We appreciate you.
Oh, P. Burns. What
That's
the
his
hell?
name of the artist. I was shouting out for P. Burns. I didn't
Right?
realize.
I was like, okay, that's a good antonym. Well, not antonym. What the hell am I saying? Pseudonym.
It's just how did I not realize
not
it
get
as I
that?
said it? Yeah. How did I not get it? Ryan with the duck face and Chris narrating as Donald Duck. Ooh, that'd be fun. Let's see. Trina says, work holds me against my will. Just got a new store I'm in charge of. So many hours, so much fun. Well, thank you for squeezing out what little time you can with us, Trina. Thank you. Chris as Spock and Ryan is Christine Chapel.
Who's Christine Chapel?
She's a nurse. It's a story about a nurse.
Oh,
And depending on which series you watch, her and Spock have a relationship. I guess they have a relationship. Yeah.
I see.
You didn't know that? Wait.
No, I don't remember.
No, you haven't. You probably saw her. No, you haven't, because you haven't seen the original series. The actress who played Nurse Chapel is Majel Barrett Roddenberry, the lady who plays Lawaxana Troy.
Mm-hmm.
She also does the voice for all the computers in the Star Trek, the
right.
Federation
That's right. I think you told me that. Mm-hmm. Well, and it was nice that they had her do the computer voice too at the end there. I thought that was nice touch.
She sat down and recorded this library of sounds for them so they could use her voice going forward.
In
it was really
perpetuity.
awesome. Yeah, it was really awesome for
I like that.
them to do that. She was Mrs. Roddenberry. That's right. She was. I dig it. I'm first peak sci-fi nerds. The aliens have been here. Oh, they found. Okay, yes, that's true. Nurse Chapel is the one who kept Bones from killing his patients. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I enjoyed if you get the chance, go watch the original series. When you get hungry for some Star Trek, you got to go back and do the Deep Space Nine. If you've been through Discovery, you can make it through Deep Space Nine. I'm just saying. Anyway,
we'll get to it. I'm sure we will.
We have a lot of nostalgic thinkings when it comes to Bones. Everybody's like, Bones, he's a good guy. He's a good doctor. He's a good blah, blah, blah. Dr. Bones, he's good. If you go watch the original series, the first few episodes, he's pretty, he's pensive and stops and thinks and talks and is like a good mentor for Kirk and all that business. But not long after that, it really gets to where he's just a foil and he just argues with Spock. All he does is argue with anything Spock says. And he goes off on everything. He's always watch it again. I was very disappointed as we rewatched the series.
Yeah. Fresh eyes, I'm sure when I watch it again, I'll see things that because I haven't seen it since I was younger.
Yeah. Temujin Jag says DS9 has the best writing in the last few seasons. And that's true. The hard part is getting through that first one or two seasons. That's really kind of the hard part. But then one of the things about Deep Space Nine is you get through these we call it the hard part, these difficult seasons. Hold on. My dog is come on. These difficult seasons, but you need those difficult seasons to understand the backstory and what's going on and all this business. And I got to say, I have the same problem that a lot of people had with Deep Space Nine. It's not on a ship, but they do get a ship, and it does focus on the ship. A ship becomes a major part of their thing. They do get a ship, and it's a badass ship. Don't say it's little, though. Worf doesn't like that.
Which ship?
It's called the Defiant.
Oh.
Yeah, you probably haven't seen it yet. If you watched the first movie, First Contact, the one I was talking about earlier with Picard, where he goes back in time, if you watched that movie, you saw the Defiant. They beamed Worf off of it at the beginning of the movie. Okay. He's like, that's a tough little ship. He's like, little. Anyway.
How dare you?
Oh, this is a Minnesota Vikings. Somebody asked in the chat what this is. Minnesota Vikings Cup. She became Dr. Chapel in the motion picture. I think, yeah. One of the things I don't kind of like about some of the things they do in Star Trek is that we're very familiar with these characters. We've watched them for years, and then they skip forward, like Harry Kim. You know, all of them become captains everywhere. All of them somewhere down the road. They're all admirals. They all may, even the ones that are not even on a track that would ever become an admiral.
Right.
One of the things that
Picard's son he becomes a freaking captain.
Oh yeah, they just gave.
Oh no, where he comes next, he sits next to number one. He's her confidant or whatever the heck. Yeah, counselor. Yeah.
Sometimes they just gave it to him, like Pike, or not Pike, but Captain Kirk in the movie, the 2009 movie Star Trek. He's a trainee, and they're like, okay, here's the flagship. It's yours. You did good on one thing.
Right. Even though you did a horrible thing that we sent you to prison for, and we needed to get you out because you were the only one who could do the mission. Oh, now you did the mission well. Okay, well, you know what? All's forgiven. Here you go. Here's a ship to even reward you for all the bad shit you did before.
You're talking about Michael Burnham. How did I know?
Right.
Right. Nog being captain eventually makes sense. Nog, actually, I think he was a captain or an admiral. If you haven't seen Deep Space Nine yet, but in Deep Space Nine, well, you did see the beginning of Deep Space Nine. They have Nog. He's the little Ferengi. The little Ferengi goes on from a thieving little Ferengi guy. He's embarrassed by his father because Quark is always putting his father down. His dad works for Quark. And he's just embarrassed by what it means to be kind of a Ferengi, and he wants to be in Starfleet. So he actually goes and kind of tries to bribe Cisco into letting him into Starfleet, because that's what they do, right? That's the way they work. He's a Ferengi. He bribes people. So that's what he tried to do. But Cisco's like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do that. He went through all the training. He went through Starfleet Academy. In the seasons where the last few seasons of the Dominion War, he comes in and he does an awesome job. And I mean, if any of them deserve to be an admiral or a captain, it's him.
He did all the right things.
He did everything. He worked his way up. He lost his leg in combat.
Oh shit.
And we get to see an episode of him recovering, and in the holodeck and all that business. I mean, what a great character. Ezri Dax comes in the last season, does nothing except for cry and moan about how she wasn't ready to be a Dax. And then she goes after Worf because why not? And then it's just a horrific. Now, of course, I love the actress, but it was a horrific example of a character. Go enough into one of these shows, and sure enough, there's a Captain Ezri. She's Admiral. Was it Admiral? I don't know. And I'm like, man, some people just ain't meant to do that.
Yeah.
Just ain't meant to do that. And she's one of them.
Nabbit.
Nog even got a ship named after him. Yeah, in Discovery. You probably saw it and just didn't realize it was a ship named after Nog.
Possibly.
It was in the 29th century. They really pushed it out there, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We get to see his whole character arc. He's got a great little arc. And the actor passed away.
Oh.
And the actor who plays Odo passed away. The shapeshifter, he passed away too.
Oh, he passed away too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a shame.
I think it was the cancer that got him.
Sure.
He was a fantastic actor. Do you remember Benson?
Yes,
the TV
I
show
do.
Benson?
Yes.
He was on that.
Yes. I do remember him. I thought he looked familiar. I used to love Benson.
That is crazy. Renee Auberjonois.
Soap. Remember the show Soap?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Let me go here. We haven't done our Theocracy Watch yet. I'm gonna do our Theocracy Watch and look for something real quick. I'll be right back while you guys do Theocracy Watch. I'll be here.
You're tuned into the Atheist Morning Show on the DAM Network. And this is Theocracy Watch.
You scream, I scream. We all scream at Grandpa for lacing his granddaughter's ice cream with MDMA. 66-year-old James Edwin Yoakley Jr. wasn't just a Republican grandpa. He was the chair of the Surrey County Board of Elections. The same man trusted to oversee ballots is now accused of contaminating his granddaughter's Dairy Queen blizzards with cocaine and ecstasy. Police say Yoakley tried to pin the pills on Dairy Queen itself, claiming the girls found them in their ice cream. However, surveillance footage shows it was Yoakley who himself put the pills in the blizzards. Thankfully, the granddaughter and her friends spotted the drugs before they ate them. Yoakley was arrested and charged with felony child abuse, food contamination, and drug possession, and subsequently resigned his post after pressure from state officials. Yoakley packaged himself as a value-driven conservative, the kind of Christian family man the right loves to elevate. His online posts leaned to prayerful language, his campaigns invoked faith, and his politics followed the standard culture war script. His social media was filled with railings against vaccines, questioning elections, and positioning himself as a moral guardian. That image gave him credibility in his community, right up until he traded sprinkles for Schedule I narcotics. Yoakley didn't take a vanilla position in public life. Here's the real scoop. The Republican Christian grandpa who preached family values turned out more twisted than a Dairy Queen blizzard. And with any luck, his just desserts will be served by a judge and not by his God. So until next time, stay curious.
So I got to know, what was his goal? Why did he do that? For what purpose?
That is the exact question I was asking myself, to which I could not find an answer. As of yet, I have no idea what he was hoping to accomplish. Did he not like somebody at the Dairy Queen? Did he just want attention? For some reason, maybe election was coming up and he wanted, a hold of the social media.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
It's weird. I don't know either. And I don't know what to say. I was hoping maybe I could give y'all an answer and tell you like what his goal was.
I want to say it was just that he was hoping that they would find it, not get hurt, and that there would be this big news thing and they wouldn't discover it was him. There's just somebody in Dairy Queen. He'd blame the left or some business. I'm hoping that's it, rather than he was hoping it would knock them out. He could do some unfortunate things to his own grandchild.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering
if
the possibility of that. Like they caught it, like the little girls caught it, the teens or whatever caught it. And then he was like, oh shit, and panic. Like, what do I do? Oh, they must have done it.
Yeah. And then of course you know how they are, the projectionists, the hypocrisy.
Well, and I mean, not to be mean, but he's older. So he probably doesn't realize that practically everywhere you go nowadays, they have cameras. Somebody's recording. If the store doesn't have cameras, shit, the girls themselves might be recording something. You know what I mean?
No doubt. It is crazy, very shameful, just as shameful.
Exactly, Ember. These immigrants are poisoning my grandchild. That's what I was wondering.
Right. Trina says Coke gonna make them nuts, not knocking them out. Well, there was cocaine and there was also some knockout drug. There was both that he had slipped in there. Is my understanding. Some MDMA. Is that right?
MDMA.
So he had put both in there. And that's part of the thing. Does he know anything? That's one of the things that makes me think, well,
where'd he get it?
Where'd he get it? That's a good point. Where did he get these things?
Does he do these drugs? Is this a normal thing that he does? Has he done this before?
What the hell, man?
So many questions.
So many questions. How many
about
questions?
a Christian man who said that he was doing prayerful consideration and thought that he would be cleared. His name would be cleared, is what he said.
Yeah.
That's what right. I got to say about that.
That's right.
Clear this, Yoakley. Clear that, would you?
Okay, so there was that. I want to take your attention back to Renee Aubergenois.
Okay.
I got something I want you and everybody to see, and that may possibly blow your mind. Your mind may, in fact, be blown.
Blow me.
There's no time for romance. Here we go. All right, so peep this, my homette. You're going to want to listen and watch.
Oh wait, hold up.
Tell me when you're ready.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place at guard, and most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself and be taught to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought near to beast. My face I'll grime with filth, blanket my loins, elf all my hairs in knots, and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity. Oh, Turley God, poor Tom. Not something yet. Edgar, I'm nothing am.
What was that?
So that was, he played Edgar in King Lear in Shakespeare in the Park with James Earl Jones back in the 1980s. It's like 82.
Good actor.
Yeah, he just fantastic. But you know, I was watching that, and then you go, "Oh wow, that's Odo. That's Odo."
Right.
You know, so for those of you who didn't know, what you just saw on there was Odo.
Odo.
Why did we watch that? Because we were watching Odo, Grumpy Librarian.
We were watching him
not everybody knows.
shift into his underworld.
If you've seen Deep Space Nine, you know who Odo is. Yeah, then you'd be all about that. Could you share your opinion on metaphysical things? Do you straight up don't believe them, or do you suspend judgment, like saying that we don't know? Yeah, it just varies on the thing. Odo from the sitcom Benson. Yes, Kelly. Yes, Kelly.
That's exactly
the one. Very cool. Thank you for the Theocracy watch. I appreciate it. And it's just amazing how these people who always claim the high ground, to claim to be the moral center, the moral leaders, are the ones who are, especially the ones who are condemning and hurting others.
Right, which is where we take issue. When you're the one propping yourself up as a shining example of a Christian family man.
Yeah.
Is that what Christian family men do? They lace their granddaughters' food and beverage?
Yeah. Is that what they do? Why do they do? Well, yeah, actually they do. They do for various reasons. I mean, we've got examples of them doing all kinds of horrific things just it doesn't take much to find a conservative doing something.
Yikes.
This is interesting. That's very cool. Why? Because weed, bro. There's some people who said they didn't want to see Odo naked. They said they're disturbed by that. But I can always go, that was Shakespeare. And if you're disturbed, you just ain't got no culture. It's a defense mechanism.
I was hoping we were going to see more booty, but whatever.
More booty.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Shakespeare, that's a fantastic one to watch. James Earl Jones does a wonderful job.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
That's the play where there's Edmund and Edgar. That was Edgar. The one you saw is Edgar. He's the good guy. His brother Edmund is the bad guy. In this show, he was played by Raul Julia. Awesome play. Do you know who Raul Julia is?
I did not.
Oh, you would if you saw. Well, okay. Anyway,
that's the thing. I know people's faces, but names I suck.
He died of stomach cancer. Actually, he was dying of stomach cancer when he played M. Bison on the movie Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, Ponytail Boy. Pony Boy.
The Kicky Boy.
Yeah, I'd like to grip him up by his ponytail and swing him around. That would be fun.
Yeah, you might know him if you see him. Let's go here. Boop. Where did it go? Go here. Raul Julia, share.
Oh, yes. He's
Addams
the guy from, is that Addams Family guy?
Yeah, Addams Family.
Yeah.
Yep. Now in the King Lear, he was very suave, he was romancing two different sisters or something. He was very suave, and he comes out and gives this post because his dad this was relative to atheism, by the way. His dad comes on and he has this speech about, the stars are against us because this and the moon is in the wrong place. And that's why this is going wrong. And that's why this person over here has gone bad. It's just horrible. And he just kind of wanders off. And his son comes along and he's like, this is the excellent foppery of the world. This is the excellent craziness, what's going on. And then he starts talking about, he's got this long monologue about how these people blame the sun and the moon and stars for their actions. And then if you do something good, it's like, God, but if something you do bad, you blame it on this or that, or where you were born. I was born under this star, so I'm a rough, lecherous bastard. This is all a bunch of bullshit.
I see.
And so, of course, so he's essentially the atheist of Shakespeare.
Ah, cool.
See, he's an atheist. Of course, he is the bad guy. He ends up getting 4 people killed.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Let's see. That's actually that's from Wild Bill Wigglestick. We did that.
Oh, you
we
did that one?
Wild Bill Yeah, I'm going to do Wild Bill Wigglestick number 2, and we're going to take a break.
There you go.
You'll see Wild Bill Wigglestick will actually do that monologue. I didn't realize I'd done that. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. Finally, I'm Wild Bill Wigglestick, and this is my trusty sidekick, Willie the Kid. And we'll be your handsome hosts, your gilded guide, your cowboys, concierges to Shakespeare. Oh, how cute. Wait, is that at 2, Ollie? Run along, little doggy. Bill, where the hell have you been? Well, you know, I've been roaming the earth, going back and forth upon it, to and fro and whatnot. Ah, I like to travel too. Wait a second. Yep, back and forth upon earth, doing unto others before they do unto me. Bill, are you quoting the Bible? Trying to quote the Bible? Indeed I am. Despite my appearance, I am a man of culture and know many things, not just Shakespeare. Really? So you have a Shakespeare monologue related to atheism or skepticism? Indeed I do. Bear witness. Oh, this is going to be good. This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the product of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence. And all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Wow, that really is spot on about what we cover here on the channel, about how, people... So here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, this non-believer, ignores the teachings of his learned father and ends up getting 4 people killed. Bill, that's not... Okay. Carry on. Shakespeare was a heathenistic non-believer bound for the fiery pits of hell, just like yourselves. I don't think. And in order to throw the murderous church of the time off his heathen trail, he writes the skeptic as a sneaking, lying, adulterated father and brother, hating and betraying villain who ends up getting his comeuppance in the end. Bill, oh, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, Bible stuff, blah, blah, boring. You got to spice things up. Bill, tacos are spicy. Everybody loves tacos. Bill, tacos and boobies. Okay, you're not wrong there either. Tasty and delicious culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid the storm of familial discontent. Blow winds and clap your cheeks by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that. Wait a second. Don't you mean crack your cheeks? Nope. Bill. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Peace.
And we are back. We made it. It snuck up on all of us. Her and her, yes.
Boobies.
That's cool. Boobies. That's awesome. Normally I warn her, I'm like, we're back in 3, 2, but I wasn't paying. I was reading the chat.
I was too. I was replying to Jester.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, Maya. Good morning, Maya. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Good to see you.
We love Maya. Make sure you're
yes.
following Maya, please.
Yes.
The best chat in the world on a Sunday evening.
That's right. I need to get over and watch those. That's fun. It's Bad Science Sunday, and I enjoy watching Bad Science stuff.
I always feel left out because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck these smart people are talking about. I'm here for the chat.
Yeah, right. We do have an interesting person, Ashmit Man. We're asking questions about, are you an atheist? Are you agnostic or whatever? And the best way, I think I explained it fairly well. Agnosticism and atheism are not the same thing. I am agnostic atheist. I can't say I know there's not a God. I cannot say I know for sure there's not one.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I'm agnostic. I don't know.
No knowledge.
But I can say I don't believe there's a God. And therefore, I'm an atheist. Then let's take that one step further because somebody in the chat mentioned it. I'm also an anti-theist. I'm active now. I'm an anti-theism person. I'm against religion, actively against. Not that I just don't believe in God, but I'm actively against religion. So I'm also an anti-theist.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-theist is kind of a bad term because I'm not really against people necessarily themselves. I'm against the religion that has poisoned their mind. And if we can pull them away from that, they're wonderful. It's not.
Is there a more apt name for that?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard people kind of running around over just the anti-theism rather than being an anti-theist. How do you put that though? I don't know. I'm just going to wear that hat right now.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm just more of like, keep your shit to yourself. Like, keep your hands to yourself, and you can do whatever the f you want as long as you're not hurting kids.
Right. There you go.
That's how I feel.
It theoretically says as long as Chris is not the anti-Chris, I might be.
Oh.
You don't know.
Well,
you don't know.
No telling.
Would that be the Chris from the alternate universe?
Yeah, like the Terran.
The Terran Chris. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. What a jerk. Guitar Dog says, I'm Gnostic atheist to all gods that I have to hear about from another person. Yeah, it's a hair people split. Kelly Laughlin is in the chat, I believe, and he is an egg-theist. And I believe, let's see if I can do this. An egg-theist is someone who doesn't believe enough evidence has been provided.
I don't think they give a ish. Is what that is.
Yeah, to even bother arguing about it. They
don't even think there's been. There's
yes.
like no argument, I guess, in their position. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about because that's not a thing. Which I think, I mean, that could maybe be more where I'm leaning, but I've just said atheist for so long, I'm used to it. But I do kind of feel like atheist might be the better position for myself.
So here's the definition of atheist or agnostic. I like it. Agnostic.
Oh, agnostic too?
Yeah,
see,
there's
all these new words I'm learning that I'll forget and probably use the wrong way. I love it.
Ooh, right. So the deal is an atheist believes, so they proactively believe something. It's not like an atheist who doesn't believe.
I see. Okay.
But an atheist believes that the concept of a God is so ill-defined and incoherent that it is meaningless to discuss, making any claim about a God's existence or non-existence impossible to evaluate. It's like, why bother?
That.
Yeah.
I do feel it is a bit incoherent, completely incoherent, truly.
Yeah. One of the reasons I've actually, ever since he introduced me to it, I've actually kind of enjoyed that definition.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nobody knows what it is. And most of the people don't know,
And that's probably part of the problem.
Yeah. And I just also want to mention that the Daily Atheist just doesn't have the same ring to it as the Daily Atheist.
Daily Atheist. I don't know.
Are you going to start your own competing morning show there, Ryan?
Don't give me any ideas.
Bad idea. You know all the domains are available. all the cool names
have no
are
issue
available.
there. Mm-hmm.
Grumpy Librarian, atheist agnostic is a great label if you're in the mood for a label fight. I guess so. I prefer to say I don't believe in God. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like semantics to some extent.
I think if atheist doesn't believe in God and they take it that one step further and say, you know what, it's not even worth talking about. It's so ridiculous. It's not even worth talking about. It's not just that I don't believe in it. Yeah, I think I could be wrong.
It's like you're speaking English, but I don't understand what you're saying.
Right. Talking about women's health in the Catholic Church. What's up with you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You tell me about God, and I'm like, what is this? Is this a seasoning?
Right? I don't know, but it's likely to get violent. All we have is, you know what I'm going to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us, let's do something. I think we should do, we've got a few minutes. What would you guys like to see? We've got the old pup commercial. We've got the Pharaoh's Curse. We've got ghost scented flesh candles. We've got the new postmortem baptism kit. We've got the holy halos. What would you guys like to see? Whichever one we get two of first, I guess we'll go with. And we'll see oh no, there's a delay. It might take a while. Trina says, I'd like to see it. Trina, have you seen the new holy halos? We've got new holy halos and we've got the new postmortem baptism commercial. We got kind of both of them. Yeah. All right, so we've got Pharaoh's Curse and Conspirowin. Let's do Pharaoh's Curse. We've got 2 votes for Conspirowin. I mean, Pharaoh's Curse, because Chris can't.
Mi burrito es tan bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco bueno, bueno, it stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister, now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's Curse, there's fire between my legs.
And we are back. Hello. She just, you know, Ryan, I'm not on my game today. I'm not paying attention to what's going on.
It's not only you. The problem is I have my YouTube open, right? And I kind of know at what point in the song I need to pull myself off. But sometimes, even though I have the window open, it will lag from the live. So even though I would assume it should be live, it's now delayed. And I think we're somewhere that we're not. And I didn't catch it
Yes.
until that last. I was actually like, wait, are we live? And I was like,
I was like, twice. Got you again. I know. Anyway, Wokenstoke is here. The real Jesus has been laying low. I haven't seen him around like forever. Good morning, Wokenstoke.
yeah.
We saw, look at this. There is Cat Down Under the Stars. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good day, mate. Good day, mate. I don't do a very good Australian accent. Anyway, hello. Chick Magnate says thank you for the $2 super chat. Says gonna make 2 hours of ads so you don't have to talk.
I mean,
maybe.
Or just go to commercial every 5 minutes. Fuck.
That's right. Actually, we don't run real commercials on here. Good morning, Dan D. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Says, good morning, friends. Welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. Thank you for the super chat. Nice to have you. As I was saying, Cat Down Under the Stars says Jesus was a Trump type character who ran into John the Baptist and saw how John was getting bread and stuff to baptize people, and the myth was born. And we've decided Ryan or I are willing to take you in. Just you're awesome. You're like one of our spirit animals now. Think about it. They stole baptism from John 2. Why would we need it if Jesus wasn't a thing yet? That's a good point. I mean, there's a lot to it. That's also a good point, isn't it?
I mean,
Jesus.
It's obvious that they're borrowing from other cultures, other religions, other traditions.
Yes.
If that was like a new thing to Jesus, then it didn't originate with Jesus.
It really didn't.
Well,
let me check here and see. I want to find out and check our poll and see how our poll is going because I don't want to get too far away and forget it. Again, thank you to Dan D and to where did it go? It's moved.
Chick Magnate.
Chick Magnate. Thank you both for the super chats. We very much appreciate you. Where did it go? My poll. Where's my poll? There it is. So now we've got 28 votes. There's a link to the top of the chat to the poll if you'd like to go vote. There's also a poll in the chat. Let me check that one. I hardly ever check that one. Let's see. Oh, did I forget to do a poll this morning? No. Did I really?
you didn't do it? What? Huh?
No, I did a poll in the chat. Normally I do is this your first time watching the Daily Atheist Morning Show? And I guess I didn't, or I'm not seeing it. No, I did not. Anyway, let me give you guys the link. Yeah, I don't know. Je ne sais pas. Let me give you all the link in case because clearly I don't know. I was doing stuff this morning. I was wrestling a bear. Let's go check out my poll. There. And I am going to pin that. Go gadget pin. There it is, my friends. There it is. And let me do my thing if you don't mind. I won't be normally I like to be creative. I know I did. No, I didn't. I didn't. I'm a bad Chris. Yeah, I did.
Naughty.
I know I did a poll. Anyway. What's going on? You okay?
Oh, puppies.
Yeah, they can't get out. I'm just going to do yes and no. We'll just do the yes and no. All right. There you go.
There we go.
Sound engineer needed out of the.
Oh, little buddy.
All right. So somebody's trying to sell cheap viewers. I like to tell you, we've got the cheapest viewers around.
Well, we're pretty cheap too. I'm just saying.
We are pretty cheap, $1 a month. So Chris pierced his poll every morning for our pleasure. Ask yourself, who would you rather worship, right?
Who made the bigger sacrifice here? Who sacrificed for a weekend and who sacrifices every day?
Yeah, I may not actually have pierced my poll, but I do play with it. Fairly regular.
Involved.
Trump beer now. Trump. Oh, it wouldn't surprise. That's what I don't get. This man has got to have.
Is that a joke?
Billions. No, probably not.
You better be joking with me.
billions of dollars. He's got billions of dollars with a B. He's got billions of dollars. And yet he still sends out these mail campaigns begging his people for money. He's still shilling just damn near anything he can shill. It just blows my mind. It's like, have you know, well, I mean, I don't know why somebody would do that.
Is it his? Like, is it licensed by him? Yeah, either way, it's just funny that it's a grift and people realize that you just slap his name on something and it would sell. Should we do that? Do we need to put out some merchandise with Daily Atheist Morning Show with Trump's face?
I would like to mention that I got an email from my merch store telling me that they're going to start removing people who are removing items that have Trump's logo, his words, his face, or whatever, because they are he's threatening to sue them for copyright infringement. So if you're because there's somebody out there, you, for example, are on Etsy making money, or on this merch store, we're talking about this merch store, making money off his name, and he wants a cut off of it.
Oh, damn. So they're going to do that with his name and his face? Can you do that with his face as well?
I don't know. I don't remember if that was in the email or not. Secular Feelings, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, I went to a zoo the other day, but they only had one exhibit, a dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
It was a Shih Tzu.
A Shih Tzu.
I
get it. Why am I?
Zoo. I think this is the human zoo we're living in.
Yes, a human Shih Tzu. A shit human zoo. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Discord, was it? Let me see if I can find it. It's in web services. Nope. I won't look long because I get a lot of shit. Let's see. OpenAI. Nope. I didn't think it was too far back, but that's right. I know.
Sorry.
Let's see what else. Incomplete sentences. I do that. Magnanimity. I do that.
Oh my gosh. I'm the worst. And it's something that my family does. It's something that my grandmother did. It's something that my mom does. And it's something that I do. And I don't even know that I do it. And I told you that before. I'll just stop mid-sentence, assuming you know what I'm talking about. I don't.
Yes.
I feel like I'm boring you. So like, okay, I'll stop here. I don't need to get the other like 5 words out. I'm sure they know where I'm going with this.
Well, I'll tell you what the evil one does. The evil one, she's very smart and her mind is always going, and she will start to say 10 things. And back when we used to first start dating, I like complete sentences, whole sentences. I don't know what you're talking about. I've learned not to do that. Eventually she'll get around to telling me, unless it's if I finally go, what are you talking about? But most of the time I just shut up and wait, because she'll tell me. She'll get there.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happens with me as well. When you ask me a question, or just even when I'm talking, sometimes I struggle. But there's so many things I want to say or where I want to go with it that my mouth is fighting. My brain is fighting my mouth for which word is going to come out first.
Yes. Here's our email. I found the email. This is from Spreadshop. Dear, I'm sure there's supposed to be a name there, but we are writing to inform you of an important development affecting certain designs on the Spreadshop platform. First and foremost, we truly appreciate blah, 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 blah. Okay. Second paragraph. As you may be aware, the Trump Organization, LLC, and DTTM Operations, LLC, have filed a lawsuit in federal court concerning the use of the federally registered Trump trademarks. The lawsuit alleges that third parties are improperly offering products featuring the Trump mark without authorization. So they're going to take preventative measures if you don't pull your own shit down. It doesn't clarify, though, whether, let's see, we are welcome to encourage to continue sharing your creativity. This change only applies to designs using the Trump mark, which is it talking about the big Trump in that certain thing? Font? Or are we talking about his face? I thought somebody out there were selling shirts or stuff with his face where he surrendered, you know, that mugshot, his mugshot. I thought someone was selling shirts or something of that, and they got sued, got a cease and desist kind of thing, because Donald Trump copyrighted his fucking mugshot. I could be wrong. Yeah, says we regret too, blah, 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 blah. So apparently that's, you know, not petty though. They're not petty at all. Let me see here. Carrie Ann Crasser. So this is a bad time to launch my line of penile plague shirts with Trump slapped on the face. You know, maybe not. You might look into that and see. Maybe he hasn't copyrighted his face yet. I dig the gold. You know, I noticed it earlier briefly, girl, but it didn't register in my brain that you're wearing like yellow lipstick and eyeliner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of cool and different. There you go.
It's like gold.
Gold. Yes, it is gold. That's cool. Woken Stokes says, Chris, sorry, but I had a major Discord crash, lost everything and got everything back except your server. I'll figure it out. Was just wondering if maybe you heard of it and had to tweak. Thanks. No, I have not heard of it. Let me go here. If you type !Discord in L chat, it'll give you a link to the server for those of you guys who want to go do that voodoo over there with those other people. And there it goes. So feel free to go ahead and click over to the server and join our Discord. Good morning. What's that?
Come find us.
Come find us. Hook us up in the chat. I use it. I use Discord now more than I used to. I use it for chat communications. I don't really use it for the server to go hang out with people and stuff, but other people do. KCA Randy, pardon my tardiness. We can't do it. Can't let you go on this one. If we let you go on this one, man, then you'll be tardy all the time. And I mean,
tardy for the party. Ooh, ooh. The party.
Dr. Osiris, good morning, Dr. Osiris. Thank you for joining. Hey, it's been a day or three. Thank you for joining. Jeanette's boxing channel. Trump is selling 2028 stuff. He has been since like the first month after he got elected. He's been selling Trump 2028 stuff. I don't know if he'll make it to 2028 health wise, just based on. You know.
I don't know. Somebody shared a photo, and I don't know if it was. That's what I find difficult. Like, is it photoshopped? Was it just at a weird angle? You know, you catch someone at the wrong angle, they don't look good. Why do you think it takes me so long to fucking take a picture and just
finding that angle?
Where's the right light?
The one I have a hard time is the one getting both my face and my cleavage in the right shot. That's always the hardest one.
You got to do this.
Oh, shit. That's a good idea. I should have thought of that. Call that down the barrel shooting.
Oh, stop.
I guess I'm giving it that name now. That's a good name for it.
Fuck. Crap.
Let's see. FYI, weed doesn't make you unintelligent. Just makes you forget shit, kind of. But doesn't make you not smart. Everyone stay safe. Later, John Papiano, thank you for joining us. I got your Facebook. You sent me a funny Facebook thing, I think. Magnanimity says, sir, only satanic gothic people have PFP like yours.
That is the most ironic name in the goddamn world, in the goddamn universe.
Explain. Which one? Satanic gothic people?
Magnanimity.
Oh.
I don't get like he comes in here being a twat waffle.
Yeah.
With a name that really would imply he's kind.
He's a twat waffle.
Right?
Well, you know, isn't it funny the ones that come in here and are like his messenger or the follower or the chosen one or whatever. Those are always the biggest douchebags every time.
Yes.
Every time. Every now and then we get, I know it happens. We get his messenger reveals, comes in the chat. He's got different names, comes in and interacts a little bit. I know. You know, he even sent me a message on my Chris Black acting Facebook because I got tired of getting his messages on Facebook and I just blocked him. I really did. I'm like, dude, I'm not listening.
Another account of yours to send you a message.
Yeah, he sent me a message over there. And this is like months ago. And he's like, it was like just after Durante left.
Take a hint.
And he's like, I can see your show's collapsing and you're not doing very well. And,
Oh no,
the guys left and all this. And
we're collapsing,
man,
guys.
I know. If anything, the only thing I collapse on is myself getting burned out. And I've been working on that and I'm having a good time again. So I'm not into a position where it matters. And I certainly don't need
like
his
a chair.
$50. I'm playing with stuff. I'm playing with little toys here in my hands. I lost
Did you say
it.
my ass?
I did not.
Oh God, sorry. I thought you said playing with toys in my ass.
If I could get them in there, though, that'd be bad. That would be bad. Let's see. Temujin says, I'm not sure what you mean by just an opinion. Well, okay, I'll let you. Apparently, you're going on with somebody. Sir Equinox, good morning. That's a cool name.
Mm-hmm.
If you've watched Voyager, the Equinox was an interesting episode with I can't remember the guy's name. Savage is his last name, the actor. Anyway, good episode. Equinox, where they run into another smaller ship and the ship is capturing these interdimensional aliens and they're sucking all the juice of them out of them and using it to travel faster through space. Do you remember that one?
I do remember,
Voyager.
People being juiced.
People being juiced. That's right. That was an interesting episode.
Squeezing out the ooey gooey goodness.
They very much were. Ooey gooey goodness is the best part, really.
Yeah, goofy goober. Goofy goobers.
I'm going to drop another video today. It is not going to be a new video. It's going to be the updated comedy one.
Okay.
Somebody did the goat candles. Yes. What did they ask for earlier? It was goat candles and
the Pharaoh's curse.
Conspirowin. Somebody wanted to see Conspirowin. People ain't right in the head. But now people are asking for some goat. So I'll give you guys some goat. We'll give some goat. We got some time for goat.
Give them the goat.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh no, the Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall snipe thee.
What do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning goat flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sin and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires 100 snow, light a candle or you're going to hell.
All right, we are back once again, snuck up on the lady, but hey, she wasn't doing anything weird this time.
No.
She had all her clothes on.
Just chilling.
Now, somebody in the chat, Mr. What's his name? Magnanimity. Yes, magnanimity has demonstrated, his lack of understanding of the circumstances. Fortunately, people are informing him. He's like, religion is the best thing to happen to mankind. And people are like,
read a history book, Chris.
And that's not even counting, they're talking about the Crusades and the witch hunts and all these other things, the horrific things that religion has done. And that's not even counting the things where it's stifled science. How many people have died in this world because science was stifled by religion?
And
right now, our own, the Christian nationalists are taking over our government. And one of the first things they're doing is killing all the scientific research.
Yeah. Eliminating the financial support. I mean, you name it right now, Christianity is doing a number on what we know as democracy.
Absolutely, here in the United States. And we're just watching it fall, really. I guess at this point, we're just watching it fall. A Maverick being Frank, good morning. It says, no, Jesus was not an alien. Thank you for getting us back on point. What was Jesus if he wasn't an alien? Half alien? Was Jesus half an alien? Can we say he's half?
Definition, though.
What is the definition?
What's your definition of an alien, though, sir?
Yes. Do aliens even exist? Well, if you're a Christian, then the answer should be yes. Aliens exist. Aliens being extraterrestrials, right? God is an extraterrestrial. The angels, the host of heaven, would all be extraterrestrials because they were there before the earth was created. So they're extraterrestrial. You should believe in extraterrestrials.
I mean, Jesus, I was just commenting back. He says Jesus was divine. Okay, but he also had human DNA.
Yeah, see, so he's half and half. He was a half breed.
Half breed. That's what I'm.
He was a Nephilim. That's good.
Yeah. Yes. I told you that the one of the last times that we talked about this, the 50 millionth time, that I wanted to make another video because it's been so long on Jesus being a Nephilim, and I have, and I apologize, everybody.
You're a bad person.
I'm pretty rotten to the core. I'm a skibbity host.
A slacker. I think is the term. Slacker. I have a note over here that says there's videos I want to make. The one of them is the souls under the throne of heaven.
Oh shit.
Remember that? We talked about that. The souls that are under this is they sit down there crying out for justice and violence from God. So I'm going to do a video on that one. And also I want to do one called The Cake of Religion. We talked about it before, right?
Yeah.
I want to do that. Oh, that's a good one.
Once you bake that cake, can't remove some of the ingredients. That's right. That's not possible.
That's true. Geo Sam, according to the Romans, Jesus was a criminal. Indeed.
He was a criminal.
He was. Matter of fact,
the criminal.
That's why they executed him. He wasn't sacrificed. He was executed. He wasn't sacrificed by the Jews. He was executed by the Romans. Magnanimity. How do you feel about that? Probably don't. Probably didn't.
Yeah, I wonder how they feel if they take the Bible's position that tries to construe it as the Jewish people's fault, or does he acknowledge that it was a Roman death?
Yeah, I know. And then, some of them like to blame the Jews, and they're like, oh, the Jews of the day sacrificed him. But really, they didn't. They weren't giving away something they wanted and cherished. They were saying, that guy's not one of us. He's not our leader. Mm-hmm. That's not a sacrifice.
If anything, they may have been like, oh, whoa, it's not us.
At best.
Don't punish us, right? Like, he can't associate what he's doing with us.
That's right.
I don't know this dude.
That's right. And if they had done right, if they were, that was the sacrifice. If those Jews, whenever they gave Jesus up, if that was the sacrifice, why did Jesus ask God to forgive them? They know not what they do. Well, you don't ask somebody to forgive. You don't ask for forgiveness for somebody who does something right.
Right. What they did was the right thing,
according to God and Jesus. So why would he be asking for forgiveness for these people? So the Jews, you can't say it was them. Yeah, you can't say it was them because they obviously didn't. He even said, forgive them. They know not what they do. Yeah. They didn't sacrifice him.
They should have got a reward for that.
They should have.
That saved our lives.
Yeah. It's, we should be grateful. I'm just saying.
Kissing Pontius Pilate's ass.
Ass, that's right. I'm just looking, did we scare them off? Are they still here? They're probably typing or having somebody read them, our posts.
The thing is we know that the Jewish people had no problem stoning individuals. I mean, come on.
No problem.
Come on, Cletus.
So much so that they wrote it in their holy books. So
if they wanted Jesus dead, bing, bang, boom, get a rock and sock it to him, baby. And bingo, bango, all is done. Instead, they were like, I don't know this homie.
Right? They had temples. They had priests. They could have, if they were sacrificing Jesus, they would have taken him to a temple and sacrificed
did it the right way.
A priest would have he wouldn't have been hiding in the Garden of Gethsemane, hiding from the Romans. That's why he was there. He was hiding.
Maybe the Romans were coming to get him because of what he was doing when he was hiding. Maybe that was just more of the same. Jesus was with them little bullies.
Oh my goodness, that is true. That's true. Yeah. One of my favorite things about the story of the Garden of Gethsemane is that Jesus goes up in the garden by himself to talk to God. There are people there with Jesus, but they're not up there talking to God. They're there at his little camp, but he's up there. The person who wrote the book wasn't even there. Is not even listed as a person among those in the story. So that person wasn't there. And that person is telling us a story that other people told him about what Jesus said when he was up talking to God. But how could they have possibly known what Jesus said when he was up talking to God? Because he was up there praying by himself. He actually came down 2 or 3 times and got mad at them because they were supposed to be on alert, watching out for the Romans. But they weren't. They had fallen asleep. And then, of course, the half-naked young man. See, he wasn't really up there praying. He was getting his groove on. And that's why when the Romans came and they took hold of Jesus, this half-naked young man ran away. Because Jesus was getting his freaky deaky on. I don't think magnanimity is even listening. Probably.
I can't ask fractions.
La, 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 la. Doing a lot of this, I'm sure. Typing with his toes. Okay, guys, I'm going to read our super chats and wrap up our show. I want to thank you all for joining us today. I appreciate you. Sorry for the tech gremlins at the start of the show. We will get that figured out. Chick Magnate for $2 said, going to make 2 hours of ads so you won't have to talk. Going to make 2 hours of ads so you won't have to talk. That's a question. I get it now. No, I'm going to try to keep the ads to a minimum on the bottom and tops of the hours as times to get a break. Thank you, though. But the goal is to get a good variety of them. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of good ones. So thank you for that, Chick Magnate. Dan D says for $10 said, good morning, friends. Actually didn't say good morning, just said morning.
Morning.
So not judging the morning, just identifying.
Right. It's a morning.
It's a morning. We don't judge.
This is a morning.
Yes. For $10. Thank you for that, Dan D. And then Secular Feelinist got one by me too. I went to a zoo the other day, but they only had one exhibit. It was a dog in a shit zoo. A dog. That one exhibit. A dog. It was a shit zoo. Thank you for that. I get it now. That took me a minute. I don't know why I missed it the first time, but it was Ryan who woke me up to what it was. Thank you all for joining us today. My friends, you are fantastic and wonderful. I think for funsies, I'm going to go ahead and run our Holy Halos. For anybody who hasn't seen it and want to check it out, Ryan, thank you for joining us. I'm going to run the Holy Halos and close out the show. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we'll see you in a minute.
Next up in the bark bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Fennekin, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable. But every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt. No more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With Holy Halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes, yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside, to increase her shame, as it should be. But soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father, we're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% worse for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second. Our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the Fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your poetry.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, your hiney. Would there be anything else?
You may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes: conservative, medium, and liberal. Hi, Epic Hazard. Nice to see you. Let's see, who else did I see in there? And Carrie Ann Crosser, all you wonderful people. Thank you all for stopping by and joining us today. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Don't miss it. We're going to do exciting things. I have no idea what they're going to be. They're probably going to be absolutely unprepared, and because that's what I use. That's SOP for around here. But it's going to be fun. We'll see you later. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure.
Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink.